Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching the Sandman, episode 9, season 1, The Collectors, which are serial killers, which is stressful. This was the penultimate episode originally, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, episode 11 was like a surprise one. The finale, though the final episode was a surprise episode dropped. So this is penultimate. I know the stories of kind of each episode sort of does its own thing, but we are building towards something, and I am both stressed and excited to see what it is. A reminder that, as always, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance. So they'll all be up unedited right now, if my maths is right, and let's go.
Oh my god. I know.
Strange dreams are occurring.
What's happening to us?
It's none of my business.
Since when?
This is a serious matter. I know he was a dick.
That I'm merely a librarian.
He said that?
He did.
He did. So
What is wrong with him?
A lot of
Nothing is wrong
things.
with-
Fine, I'll go back to spying on Rose, but you should make up with him.
I should make up with him.
Exactly,
Yes.
he should apologise.
Now's not the time to be fighting.
He's not.
He always
He's dead.
comes looking for me.
Which will feel nice, but he was also murdered by this man.
However it's happening, our dreams are coming true.
She gets a little
found
piece of
dead
her
in her
husband.
dreams. He's asked me to come live with him there.
Where?
That would be the same as dying, or a different version of it.
What life? Don't say that. It's true though.
The life you would build.
Rose?
Jed?
Yes, he's with a strange man.
I can't believe it. Are you?
A serial convention. Oh lord, they're not even hiding it.
Alright, kid, let's go.
Jed, be careful.
The lights, I could have died.
He slays me, that guy.
All the words they're using are all murderous. They look like villains. They've got villain names from his comic books. Oh no, he likes kids.
There he is.
You're not going alone, I hope.
Yes, please bring Stephen Fry.
Let us not. But where we're going, we won't need to defend ourselves.
Oh lord, you have no clue.
Actually got to meet and under my protection.
Are
we good?
What is the Corinthians' plan? Obviously he wants to stay free, but
Yeah.
he murders people.
Glad to
Otherwise
hear
I might support him getting to be free. If he just wanted to live his
Nice
life.
to meet you.
You sound English?
Thank you. To me. In the end.
He wears green a lot. I wonder if he is the other
I assume,
thingamajig that's missing.
With Jed?
You cannot live in a dream. I mean, maybe you can. But... oh, the dreaming's not okay. Oof. There are cracks. It's just the epicenter of the cracks.
A little, damage I wanted to report.
Then why not report it to me?
Because she runs this
Because
place.
you're busy?
I will be the one to address it.
He doesn't like that his power's being shared. Oh,
We'll find the cause of the disturbance, and I will eliminate it.
well, you better get to work.
Thank you, Mervyn.
The cause of the disturbance is lighter. Get to work. You could maybe do with some help, but no, we don't want that. Or maybe he does want help.
I've come to return the...
You gonna say sorry?
Extent of the damage. Have you any idea as to what caused...
Say sorry and ask for her help.
I know you're waiting to see if the vortex will lead you to the Corinthian and Fiddler's Green. The way she led you to gold.
She has. Fiddler's Green is in the car with her, right?
She's
And
putting cracks in the foundation, making you Jed's legal guardian. So no one can take Jed away again. Would that be all right?
Yes, thank you, Unity. Thank Mr. Holdaway for
like the
too.
social worker said, are you prepared for that? I mean, I think she may well be. But that is a lot of responsibility to take.
I could adopt them.
At your age.
She gets a little bit of a life.
I'm going to have a life after all.
I really hope she gets some version of
And
that.
I'm gonna be Jed.
Child, eat your chicken fingers. Oh, I'm stressed.
Gentlemen.
I don't really want to be here anymore. I don't feel very comfortable.
The Make It Pay panel will be at Hall A.
Oh god, kid.
fascinates me about
This kid does not want to hear or see any of
So
this.
many people. Everything seems to...
Lyda's story almost in some ways mirrors Unity's, because she's having a life inside the dreaming and she'll wake up to find it wasn't real.
And that I'm taking care of it.
Oh god, what's he gonna do? I mean, he has to do something.
Because a ghost cannot escape his fate by hiding in the dreaming.
So it really is
What kind of
him.
living human being? You must say your goodbyes now.
It has to be done. It's horrible, but it does. They had more time than you'd think.
You again. Get out of our house, Lyda.
Enough. Tell the baby.
Oh god.
Please stop, Hector. Dream, please stop. No, Hector.
He could have given them more time to say goodbye, but I kind of understand why he didn't. Anything they'd have said, they both know.
He is yours for now.
What do you mean?
The child was conceived in the dreaming. It is mine,
What?
and one day I will come for it.
No, you won't. You will do nothing.
This dream is over.
Morpheus!
You can't.
Like, okay, good, I want to hear what Rose is going to say to him, but like, he didn't need to be quite that cruel about it. Like, I get to an extent, you know, he was quite reasonable, like, you know, say your goodbyes, and she was saying, no, I won't do it. But she's very clearly grieving and emotional, and I know he doesn't always choose to understand such things. And in general, I don't disagree with what he's done. But, you know what, why should he? He shouldn't. He could be like, when the baby dies of old age, I will claim it. Not like, I'm just gonna come for any day, constantly live in fear that I'm gonna be around the corner.
Killed my friend
How did you get
In
here?
front of his wife.
She's
and
very
then you threatened
powerful.
to take her baby.
Do you-
So I suggest you leave my universe the fuck alone.
Rose.
This dream is over.
Fuck! She is in control. And she really shouldn't be.
We're here.
I don't think Dream is someone you want to make an enemy of, but he definitely didn't handle that well. The way he handled it was obviously going to lead to Rose turning against him, which is going to play into the Corinthians' hands. Although I also don't think Rose is going to join serial killers, but if she doesn't know that
Jed,
part...
come right back. Hi,
Oh.
it's Rose Walker, Jed's sister.
So,
Jed was right there.
wait here?
And a torso, even more so. Lydia.
Yes, this is a very bad place. You should find Rose, get out of here, and ideally find Jed and get out of here too.
Together and share the experience.
Oh, this is messed up. They know each other. They're both... He's the... I can never freaking remember the Green Goblin. It's not the Green Goblin. I just don't remember his name. I know it had green in
Hi,
it.
it's Rose Walker calling.
He says he's very sorry, but he had to go home.
He just left her here?
No, I'm sorry, but can I have someone show
Oh my
you?
god. He, like, obviously it's because he saw the Corinthian and he knows he's a nightmare, I'm guessing. But, like, why would you just leave her? You'd be like, you have to get out of here now.
Your room?
Lucia,
Ready to apologise?
you were right.
Thank you.
The vortex was responsible for the damage.
It's not quite an
to
I'm
Iran,
sorry,
and
but
I
for him.
was- I trusted you. You were the heart of the dreaming.
No, sir. You were the heart of the dreaming.
That's
And
sweet
you were
flattery.
He's murdering them.
The Corinthian.
He appears to have built up a cult of worshippers who kill for pleasure, endangering the waking world.
Yep.
And the...
Corinthian has found Rose Walker.
Yes.
Can you imagine the damage he could do
Oh,
to
yes.
someone like Rose?
You must tell me where they are.
We still have the twins to deal with. I mean, you know... Oh no, Jed, sweetheart. Creep away, my love. Creep away. Jed, don't say anything. Just creep away.
One's mine.
Oh, God.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, God.
Are you okay?
Rose, find your brother, please.
So he came to you and told you he was wrong. It was very nearly an apology.
It
Orpheus,
was.
I knew, was incapable of that. What matters is that Dream stops the Corinthian and saves Rose Walker.
Agreed.
There is no saving Rose Walker. She's a vortex.
What do they do to stop the vortexes?
Oh dear. He's going to have to kill her.
I'm stressed about that.
Jed? Rose?
Oh my God, run to your sister.
You can't have him. He's mine.
Go!
Good, run, both of you. Run, run, run. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Dream, hurry up, please.
Now I'm gonna have to hurt you.
Huh?
Hello, Rose. You're safe with me.
Okay, so the Corinthian has finally caught up with Rose Walker now. The serial convention was everything I expected it would be and more. Very disturbing. Yeah, not a place I would want to go if I ever see a serial convention in town. I'm just gonna hide far away, or maybe actually hide there, because if they can't do it within a 200-mile radius, you'll be safe there. No, that's not the case. Yeah, very disturbing. This show is very good at being weird and wacky, and it does make you worry about the minds of those who came up with such things. But it is just, you never quite know exactly what to expect, which is a lot of fun. It was very excited for Jen running around. Thank God I say thank God he found Rose when he did, because yeah, things were about to get very bad. And they're not exactly great right now. But for Rose, I liked seeing the way she stands up for the people she cares about. She tries to protect those she can. Obviously, Dream has royally fucked up with both trying to use, he kind of has with trying to use Rose to find them, even though it kind of worked because it endangered the whole dreaming. But I think he's failed in how he's dealt with her, and I wonder how much of that is simply, I still think there's time for him to fix it, obviously. I don't think he's failed forever, but there's both, I wonder how much of it is Dream and just who he is, this is how he acts, and how much of it is due to what he has experienced over the last 100 years, because both the time when she first found Jed and he was telling her where he was and he needed to bring back the nightmare, he just ended the dream and just separated them and was like, nope, you don't get that anymore. He didn't say, okay, well, Rose, if you want to find your brother, I'll let you finish your conversation and then we'll wake up. He was very dismissive of her. And then the way he treated Lyda, now, yes, obviously, it was very apparent that there was not really a world in which she was going to say, yes, it's okay, my husband can go back to being dead and I'm fine with that. But he didn't need to be quite so abrupt with it. Maybe he needed to because of the earthquakes, but definitely he could have maybe let them have their last couple of words to each other, let the husband, who was seemingly going along with it, say the last things he wanted to say. But the biggest issue was the way he was like, you can have your baby for now, I'm gonna take it. It was a lot. It was a lot for someone that is understandably going through grief. Again, it's how much does Dream choose to comprehend about such things? And the idea of him taking that baby, fuck off. If she gets to keep her baby, then she gets to keep her baby, and maybe when it dies, in the same way that you get people that die in their sleep can become ravens or whatever, maybe then you can claim it. But if there is a reason he would need to claim the baby sooner, maybe it wouldn't be sustained in the real world, after too much time in the waking it would die or something. If there's a valid reason for him claiming the baby, then say it. He didn't need to be quite so abrupt and quite so cruel, and of course that inspired Rose to view him as a threat to the people she cares about because he did not handle the situation well. And that is going to mean that when he comes now, and I presume he's trying to stop the Corinthian, Rose, I don't think, is going to be particularly ooh, Corinthian, you seem like a great guy. But she's also going to view Dream as a threat. They are both going to be viewed as threats who could hurt her family. And especially given that he wants to kill her, I don't know, is there any other way to save a vortex? Because if there isn't, obviously the destruction of the dreaming would be pretty catastrophic. So it kind of, you do have to value everything over one life. But I hope there is some other way. Really don't expect there to be another way, but I'm going to keep hoping for one. I appreciated that he told Lucien he was wrong, and the fact that the Fiddler's Green, whose name I might finally remember now that he's finally home, because saying he was wrong and she was right is his version of an apology, and coming to her with a kind of more meeker manner about him rather than just being the arrogant Lord of the Dreams swanning around, was his version of an apology. I still would have been nice to hear a full-on apology, but for him, I guess that was good progress, and I think it will mean a lot to her. But I think you have to remember as well that while he is an endless and everything, he's still dealing with the stuff that he went through and adjusting to things being different when he was back, because not only is it different because people like Fiddler's Green, who we thought would never leave, had left, but Lucienne is different to the person she was when he left because she took on more of a role, and it's going to be hard for her to give that up in the same way it's hard for him to understand that maybe he could share some of that power, delegate some things. Rose found Jed, which was everything. Lyda is still pregnant, which is lovely. I suppose you could medically speaking, I don't know how you do, there wouldn't be records of it, but you could tell people, oh yeah, we froze some of his sperm a while back in case of an emergency, and I IVF'd it. You know, there are probably ways you could, or she could just, you know, there are ways you could explain it. I just hope she gets to keep her baby and it doesn't get taken from her, and it would be nice if Unity could have a life with Rose and Jed. At this point, I feel like potentially Unity's going to get to raise Jed because Rose will be gone and Jed will at least have someone that cares for him, looking out for him, and never have to worry about money for the rest of his life, which again, money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys you a lot of circumstances to create happiness and removes a lot of things that make you unhappy. So yeah, I'm stressed going into the sort of finale. I presume the next episode is like the final part of this storyline, because obviously if episode 11 was a surprise episode, then unless there was a cliffhanger in episode 10, you're not going to be following on. So we will see. This was a good episode. Definitely left me like wanting the next one. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions to this show on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.